getting some progress here today. Check this out. This is a corner off that inside tail box. Inside toolbox on the bed. That thing is 1/8 inch steel. No wonder the bed tweaks sideways when you pick it up. But I believe that tire's still got to come this way some more, so the bed's got to come back. I'm actually hitting on the inside of the toolbox on the bed. But that's the cut we're going to have to make. It looks a lot bigger than it actually is. It's about 10 inches, maybe 12. Which we thought we were going to have to cut like 18. But let's see here. It's hard to do this with one hand. Maybe impossible to do this with one hand. It is exactly 1 foot. And there's plenty of frame there to get it out of. But as I said, it's still got to go back. It's got to go down like 3 inches. You can see it there. We are trying our hardest to keep the factory bed floor. It's in pretty good shape. We're going to try to cut the mounts down on the frame and maybe even channel the supports under the bed. You can see here, there's a ton of room there. Ooh, I'm sitting right on top of that wire. But if we notch them out and notch that one out, we can probably be nowhere near. I don't think it's going to come down 3 inches, but the front has to come down further than the back. But it all has to come down and backwards. Well, I think I got the bed set up, and yes, we did have to cut the floor out. We tried everything to not cut the floor out, but you can see it's just not going to happen. The toolbox is still there. I did have to make a giant cut in it, but we can patch it to where we still have the toolbox. We are down pretty deep into that frame. The one thing that really kills it is them shock mounts right there. But what we'll have to do is we'll have to do the wooden bed floor like we do on the other ones. And that was a pain to cut out, by the way. So if you're cutting one out, it sucks. I've got the tire close to center where I think would be good. Now, considering that's not the actual rim and tire we're going to be using, it's close enough. And here's what you can see that we're going to have to cut out of it. Right now, from how we do it is measure from here to here and the bottom to there, and we see what we get. Right now it's 14 inches. So that means we're going to cut 13 inches out. We'll leave an inch gap between the bed and the cab. So 13 out of that, out of the frame, 13 out of the drive shaft, and 13 out of the exhaust. Which it could be different. I'm not going to make any final decision on that until the boss gets back. Let him look at it. Because it's his truck, he might want to be a little bit further back or a little bit further forward. So we're going to let him make that final decision. Okay, a bit of a stressful day. One, the mountain over this way is on fire. And two, we cut the frame. Yes, it is a big cut. It is 13 inches. Which means 13 inches out of the frame, 13 inches out of the exhaust, 13 inches out of the drive shaft. We do not do the drive shaft. We don't have a TIG or a spool gun, so we can't do it. We take it and have it done on the aluminum ones. Now, the steel ones we'll do all day long. But I've already got it with a deep bevel on it. And I know some people right now are like, oh no, you cut the frame, that's bad. Not really. this being a full boxed in frame, the welds will be perfectly fine. We will plate them with some diamonds after we bring it together. Now, I do know you're not supposed to cut a frame straight. You should always do some kind of zigzag pattern, or like a key or something like that, because it makes it stronger. But we don't really have the room for that. So on this one, we're going straight in. And then we'll put some diamonds on the inside and outside of both frame rails. What I'm going to do right now is what we usually do actually is we just push the lines in, try not to kink them, and then push the frame together, which is what I'm going to do now. The C channel on a Dakota, like this is a full box, which means it's completely solid. The C channel, which is like this, those most of the times when you cut them, they will spring open, which means when you go to put it back together, you will have to use a ratchet strap to kind of like close this gap. And sometimes they do twist. These ones won't, boxed in. Dakotas, S10s, etc. They will. They'll twist, they'll spring open. And you just basically have to twist it back straight and weld it. We do it all the time. V8s, V6s, don't matter. We would do a lot more if this was like a high horsepower engine, to make sure this frame don't twist and snap the welds, which the welds won't snap, the frame will rip before the welds do. So that's basically what we do there. Okay, Friday, end of the week. Let me show you what I got done last night. I had the frame completely welded and some plates on there that look like arrows. Hit them with some paint. It's good, 13 inches out. Today I am going to weld that exhaust a little bit. I've already been doing a little work, which in my opinion changed the complete look under the hood of this truck. I finished glossing it out. Man, that changed the look of this truck so much. That is amazingly good looking now. You'll pop it, it'll be glossy. The engine's already like a flat black. Oh, so nice. It made that engine just pop right out of there. Looks good. Taped it all off so it's still got the blue edges, just like up there. It is killer. But I actually have the heat on. It's only like 57 degrees outside. I'm going to let it bake this while I weld that exhaust back. And we will be ready to start, hopefully, if this dries in time, which I hope it does because I got the heat turned up. And I'll start putting in the radiator and the AC condenser. Now on this, the 05 Ram, I actually sit like a V shape in there. Well, on here I don't really have that kind of room. So I had the boss man, the owner of the truck, come in and look. And we've decided we're going to put the radiator flat and cockeye the AC condenser. Now that'll put the radiator about right here at the edge of the cooling fan. And it'll put the condenser about right here. Now the condenser has its own fan. Electric, not worried about it. If we have to, we will make our own, what would you call it? Fan shroud to suck in more air, but we think it'll be alright. The D150 you guys have seen, the blue one that I just recently made a new shirt for, it's on my Teespring. It has the Hemi in it and no fan shroud, and it still cools absolutely fine. So I think it'll be perfectly good. But as for this, sweet.